Watches for Beginners, Watches 101. Hi my beautifuls, welcome back to my channel. This video, I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet because we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics. And I could go on and on and on for hours, but I'm going to make sure to give you a brief summary of watches. If you haven't watched my video about is Apple Watch elegant or not, is it worth it or not, you name it. I want to say shout out to one of my beautiful subscribers who actually highlighted one major issue of the radiation that the body goes through putting the Apple Watch on the hand. Thank you. It brought it into perspective. I think I was too excited talking about the ring. Another also beautiful subscriber commented that the ring doesn't do the steps. No, it does actually, and it also tracks the activities that you do, which is an amazing thing. But aside from that topic, because the other video was about that, what I will be talking about today specifically is watches. If you remember, I mentioned that briefly, but let's start. Watches has been something since the Renaissance era, or even before that, from the 1800s, a big piece. And at that time, lithium batteries didn't exist. So that's why till today, people are still fascinated at watchmaking, and it is a long trail of history there. If I sum that history and not give it just, but I will start by saying there are two types, majorly and minorly. So the major two types are quartz, battery operated watches, and mechanical watches. Mechanical watches are beautiful. Some watches are even made with glass to showcase the intricacy. The dial of the watch or the mechanical pieces together moving will move the dial, also will be responsible in any movement happening. That's being said, the day depends on your watch. And under mechanical, there is automatic dial and a manual. And the manual one, you have to wind the watch. Winding the watch means either shaking it, depends on the manufacturer, either shaking it or winding it like this from the dial. This head in a watch is something that has been also emphasized. Cartier still keep putting a stone on their winding dial so that it stands out. The shape or the base or the case of a watch could be mechanical and still have a round shape or a rectangular shape. That's if you want a detailed video in a nerdy manner. Gentleman's Gazette, one of my favorite channels for gentlemen's. You can share that channel with your plus ones. This is by far the best detailed video you can know about the details of watches and the difference between quartz and mechanical. But automatic, to continue, actually charges by moving the hand. So what do I mean charge it? It's kind of moving those dials in a way that makes it work without any force, no fuel, no batteries. So this is basically the mechanical. And my first mechanical watch was the Seiko. It's my favorite entry watch. Orient Bambino is another favorite entry watch for ladies. And Orient is also for men one of my favorite beginners. In today's video, what I'm going to focus on is the brands in the watches world if you want to be a watch enthusiast. So what do I mean by that? If you are a millennial, you've bought your Michael Kors watches and this ice watch with various colors, but that is not giving just to the beauty of watches. Watch houses and jewelry houses together makes a very long history. Also, brands really make sense because how the system behind the watch is working. Some are patent to even some houses. So Seiko, for example, would be creating the mechanical type or winding type. It's like cars, very detailed. So I'm going to share the brands with you. Go to your mother's, grandmother's drawer, your aunt's attic, check their old jewelry boxes and see the watches, probably you'll find a family heirloom watch that you can take, refurbish, and use and be proud, because again, brands really make sense. Or buy them secondhand, or if you can afford it new, of course, feel free. I'm going to be reading from a list because that was the easiest way I could do something like that. As a start, okay, Angie, you got my attention. I want to buy a watch, but I don't want to pay a fortune. I want to get a good quality, but you know, I'm still learning. I don't want something that expensive. Those are the brands, entry-level brands, that have some misses and hits. Some are beloved by some watch enthusiasts. And the number one in entry, my favorite, as I said, Seiko. Another one of my favorites in the entry is Orient. Popular entry way watches are Fossil, Citizen, Casio. Those are very, very popular. I think mainstream also likes them. Entry level is good to start looking into mechanical watches and get away from quartz. And the price ranges of those are not that expensive. And I've shared a couple in my latest TikTok video of watches that I want from Seiko. I love Seiko so much. I even love home Seiko watches, which was a popular thing in the 90s and 80s. But if you are a luxury girl and you want to go into a higher category, entry luxury has some niche brands that you might not hear about, but you can find. The most popular from the niche, from the brands in the entry luxury is Tissot and Luminux. But there are others like Marathon, Zodiac, Raymond Weil, Genevian brand, Victor, Inox, Hamilton. It's very interesting now because you see the more and more we go, there is some categories in the watch for watch enthusiasts that are not that popular in mainstream media and social media. So you probably would know more when we go to luxury than some of the entry and some of the entry luxury, which is interesting. So you can start having a very good quality piece from the entry luxury as well, that is still not breaking the 1,000 mark, and it will start to give you ideas about what can you expect from a luxury watch. When we go to basic luxury, this is something that you can find with a lot of family members, popularly Rado. So my husband has one from his grandfather, so it is something you can find. His grandfather gave it to him. Another very popular, Longinus and Tag Heuer. Those are basic luxury. Then we're going to go to two more: luxury, high-end luxury, and ultra luxury. Three more. Sorry, my bad. Luxury is very well known: Rolex, Omega, Cartier, Bulgari, Chopard. So these are the luxury watches. Of course, as I said, Rolex is very popular, Cartier very popular, but you can find in the secondhand market Bulgari and Chopard watches not as expensive. And if you look for less common finds from these companies, you can go for something cheaper that is good quality. High-end, Patek Philippe, what I shared last time, Piaget, I also shared last time, Audemars Piguet, Vacheron Constantin. So these are the high-end luxury. And if you notice something, high-end luxury is not mentioned anywhere in mainstream. And as you see, Patek Philippe and Piaget is something I shared with you last time. They are watches at high-end luxury. So those are the step after your Cartiers. Ultra luxury though is Bouvet, FP Journet, and Louis Moinet. So this list just tells you how much it's a new world. In my next videos, if you're still interested in the topic, I'm going to offer you different range price-wise, my favorites from each brand that could be a good entry. But I need to prepare for that video a little bit long. That's why I want you to tell me if that is something that you would want to see. So far, if you've liked this video, like it, dislike it if you don't, subscribe for more. turn on notification bell, follow me, Instagram, TikTok, my podcast. I can't wait to connect with you all. Have a happy life, boos, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.